Hey guys, in this video I just want to give you a bit of an update on my 2021 Pan America special. So if you follow me on my channel, I have done a few videos on this bike. So I've owned it now for about 6 months. The bike's done 26,000 k. When I got the bike it had done 20,000 k, so I've done 6,000 on it. I've had a service at 24,000 k. So I just thought it would be probably a good time just to go over the bike, the issues that I've had with the bike, yeah, and just a bit of an update really, what I think. So to be honest, I haven't had any issues whatsoever with the bike mechanically. It's been super reliable. So since owning the Pan Am, I have found out it does have its limits. It is a heavy adventure bike, and I wasn't really sure what sort of riding I was going to be doing on it. I had visions of doing single track and all that sort of stuff, going off-road, but it didn't take me long to realise that it's more suited to the tar seal and suited to the gravel roads, and unless you have the ability to take it off on some of those single tracks, that's the type of riding I'm going to be sticking with now that I've owned a bike about 6 months and I know its limits for me. And I have crashed it and dropped it a couple of times, which is to be expected on these adventure bikes. So depending on what sort of riding you're going to be doing, you've really got to make a call on what sort of tyres you're going to be running. I'm going through that process at the moment, just learning all about adventure tyres for these sorts of bikes. The tyres, I'll go over those shortly and show you what's actually on the bike. But the ones that are on the bike are more suited for tar seal. Probably maybe a 80-20, 80% road, 20% off-road. And that video, my last video I uploaded when I was on the Klondike Road, and I came across some really loose, large gravel, and I went for a bit of a slide, ended up in the ditch. So I was seriously thinking about getting more sort of off-road type tyres, but then I quickly realised that was probably just a one-off, to be honest. I don't often ride roads that are that bad. So I think I'll probably stick with similar tyres to what I'm running at the moment. But I'll do a bit more research and look into that. The tyres are getting close now to be changed. I mean, I've only done 6,000 k on it, but the guy before me that owned it, they must be the second set of tyres, I'd say, if the bike's done 26,000 k. So let's find a place to pull over. I'll do a bit of a walk around with the bike. There's a wee bit of damage that I've done to it since owning it, but let's have a look at that anyway. Rightio, so there she is, the 2021 Pan America. Now, if you follow me on my channel, I've done a bit of a review on the bike and gone over bits and pieces, so I won't get into too much detail on this one. So I just want to show you a couple of things. So that crash I had last week where I ended up in the ditch, I've washed the bike since then, so the scratches are a wee bit more obvious. So as you can see, this engine crash guard here has certainly done its job. There's a few scratches obviously down there, which again, I'm not too phased about that, to be honest. I mean, like I said in the other video, these can be painted up and they are a crash guard, so you're going to end up with scratches on them. The skid plate down the bottom, the sump skid plate, that's ended up with some scratches down here. Again, that's pretty strong. No big deal about that. They can also be painted out if I needed to, which I'm not. I'm just going to leave those on for the time being. Maybe when I end up selling the bike, I'll tidy these things up. And that was about all the damage, to be honest. Oh, there was a couple, the muffler guard got scratched up a little bit, but actually when I bought the bike, that already had scratches on it, and I just noticed the muffler too has got a couple of minor scratches on it. But like I keep on saying, it is an adventure bike, it does go off-road, it is going to be dropped, so no big deal. I mean, if I was to drop the Street Glide, I would have been pretty upset, because obviously that's got the panniers, it's got a nice, or you know, had a nice paint job on it. But these sorts of bikes, no big deal if you drop them. They are going to be dropped at some stage, a few times no doubt. So just looking at the tyres, these are the Michelin Anarchy Adventure tyres. 17 inch on the rear and 19 inch on the front. So I think these tyres come with the Pan Americas. I don't know about the 2024 models, but I had a feeling the 2021s came with these tyres. I've found them really good, to be honest. They're definitely getting low now, so it is time to change these tyres. I find them really, they handle really well on the tar seal, good in the wet, no good in the mud, no good in the sand. They're okay on the gravel. Apart from obviously that deep stuff that I got stuck on last week and I slid off. But most gravel roads, they're fine. So I think I am going to be doing mainly tar seal riding, road riding, and the odd gravel road. So I'll stick to a similar sort of tyre. When I do find the right tyre, I'm looking at the Pirelli STRs at the moment, so I might go down that road, but I'll do a bit more research and do a bit of a price around first. But I'd say the next month or so I'll be having to upgrade the tyres. Let's just have a look at the front one. Front one, not so bad, but if I'm going to do the rear, I'll get them both done at the same time. Now, I haven't had any issues with the engine so far. It has been in for its 24k service, and I did get a wee bit of a shock when I came to pay for it. So it was definitely more expensive than the previous Harleys I've owned for servicing. This is the fourth Harley I've owned over a 10-year period, and to give you an idea, I think it was around $1,000 New Zealand, which is, man, I was really shocked at that price, to be honest, but couldn't do much about it. So I'm definitely going to start doing my own research, and hopefully I can start servicing it myself later on down the track. The only big issue with these are removing the tank, but I have watched a couple of YouTube videos, so just have to have a crack at that and see how I go. Definitely going to save myself some money, that's for sure. Let me know if you got anyone else out there owns a Pan Am, and what you guys think about the cost of servicing them if you take them to a Harley dealership. I'd be interested to know about that. Just getting back to the tyres I'm running. So the Anarchy Adventures, which are fine for me, I would probably go back to them if I could get hold of some. I contacted one of the major tyre shops in the Auckland area where I live, and he said there's a bit of a short supply on adventure tyres for my bike at the moment, for my size. That's why he sort of recommended, he did have the Pirelli Scorpion STRs in stock, which he could fit for me right away, fairly good price. He said unless I wanted to wait a couple of months, and then different brands are coming in. So tyres also, they also come down to availability, what's available at the time when you need them. If you're a bit lazy like me and you don't keep a good eye on your tyre tread depth, you sort of got to find something at last minute. But yeah, if you do live in the Auckland region and you do have some recommendations for tyres for the Pan Am, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts, and anyone out there that have some in stock would be great. Now, one thing I haven't had a chance to do on the Pan Am is that's to take it on a really long, decent trip away for a week or so. I did get a chance over summer to do an overnight camp, so that was all good. There was no worries with carrying stuff on the back. I do only have a top box, I don't have any side panniers, but I've found that wasn't an issue. There's plenty of tie down points on the back of the bike to strap your tent and stuff to the back. But hopefully this summer coming, ideally I'd love to get down the South Island of New Zealand and do a really good motorcycle trip down there on the Pan Am, really put it through its paces. Some beautiful roads down there, beautiful scenery, and some really good, gravel roads, and getting out amongst it down in the South Island of New Zealand. So we'll see what happens about that. Hopefully I can get some time and get some money together and maybe do that as a trip over summer. So overall, still loving the bike. I don't regret getting rid of my Street Glide. I mean, I did love my Street Glide. If I had the money, I'd have both, but that's in reality, that's sort of not what happens in life. So stick with the Pan Am. What is it, 6 months, 6,000 Ks, and we'll see how things go. Again, I'll keep you updated if I do have issues. I'll let you all know how I get on with the tyres, and I'll do a video about that as well, what I end up putting on the bike. And if you haven't watched my last video I uploaded, now what was the title of that video? I think it was I Crashed My Pan America Again. Jump on YouTube, have a look at that, see what you think. And I might wrap it up there, guys. So if you enjoy my video, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. And until next time, ride safe, guys. Catch you later.